What is up, everybody? This is Joe Carlton with the Sports Affiliation. We are doing our first $20 drafters best ball lineup. Flying solo tonight. JC's out with the girl, having a good time. So you get just me, and we're picking from the 4 spot. Just like that's where I'm picking from in Scott Fishbowl 15. If you're in Scott Fishbowl 15, picking from the 4 spot. We have a chat going. Anybody else that is a 4th pick, just hit me up on the DMs. We'll get you in that chat. Let's see. Do we see any familiar faces in here? I don't think so. Seth J12 is the only one I recognize. Everybody else is different in here. So, what's going on, Duarte or Duat? Appreciate you joining the chat, man. Keep me company. Here we go. Jamar Chase 1. Let's get this ready. Get scrolled down a little bit to make it right there. So Jamar Chase goes 1. Justin Jefferson goes 2. And it's looking like we're going to get a good player at the 4th spot. Barkley goes, and we're going to take Bijan. That's fine. I'm fine with having Bijan as my first year of a $20 best ball drafters. It's fine by me. I'll take him. Let's see. We got Wood Doggy. So a lot happened in the draft. I don't know if you guys caught the NFL draft. Some of my favorite landing spots. Caleb Johnson for Pittsburgh. I love Mason Taylor. Landed on the Jets. I've been a big Mason Taylor guy. So glad he got a decent landing spot. He actually has a chance to become the number 2 pass catching target in that offense. If he can establish himself early on. Could be Laporta. Could be this year's Laporta. I was liking Colston Loveland's landing spot until they drafted until they took a wide receiver. And so now that's like a real crowded room again. And I'm not sure what to make of their running back room. I don't know. I think Roschon and DeAndre Swift are low-key winners. I mean, can Chicago be on, possibly make a trade for a running back at some point between now and when the season starts? Absolutely. I mean, they didn't go for a rookie, so, and you always wonder that they were going to upgrade there. They upgraded everywhere else, so why not? But who knows? Maybe we haven't seen the best of Rashawn Johnson yet, or maybe DeAndre Swift puts together a career year. I mean, we'll see. They're both in very good situations as of right now, though. In that Chicago offense with Ben Johnson calling the plays. Let's try to get on. Try to bring up the website here so we can give some player information if necessary. What we got? So we got Gibbs, Lamb, Genty going 7. That's noteworthy. I mean, he was in the back end, and even in the second round of some drafts. So 107, he's guaranteed the volume. He's definitely surpassed even Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins, St. Brown, all go after Genty in the first round. Puka, McCaffrey, Brian Thomas at the turn, and Brock Bowers at 14 overall. McConkey, London, Henry, A.J. Brown to pair with Genty. We're almost on deck here. We started with Bijan, so that means we're almost definitely not taking a running back. There goes A-Chain. So McBride's on. Nope. McBride, this Gibbs guy could take McBride. No, he goes Taylor. So McBride is available. And let's see, Higgins, JSN, Garrett Wilson. Yeah, I think we're going to get a McBride here. We'll go Bijan McBride to start. We'll lock up a premium tight end who finished last year on a tear down the stretch. I had him in Scott Fisher. He was dropping 40-pointers in Scott Fish. I know this is just regular PPR scoring, so you won't do no 40s, but I mean, you got to think if he catches even 3 more touchdown passes than last year, he's could very well be the tight end one. Higgins and Barkley, he's not too far behind Bowers, in my opinion. They actually kind of belong in the same tier. I don't know. Can you have a Bowers tier, a McBride tier, and then a Kittle tier, and then just everybody else all in the fourth tier? I suppose you could. But we'll just I think McBride and Bowers go in the second round. They're in a tier of their own. McBride comes a little bit cheaper in the second round. You can pair him with one of your premium top 5 picks in Bijan. You could pair him with Barkley. You can pair him with Gibbs. You can pair him with Jamar Chase if he falls. He doesn't usually fall to the end of the second round, but you never know. You might get lucky in some spots. The one thing I noticed, the more of these drafts you do, the more you realize how much some guys fall in drafts. You get lucky in some spots. Terry McLaurin, Bucky Irvin at the 2-3 turn. DJ Moore rounds out the 3 wide receiver start there. Jefferson, JSN, DJ Moore from the 2 spot. We're on deck. And Jacobs goes off the board. So we could pair Marvin Harrison with McBride, or we could just, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a chance on that Arizona stack. I usually go Garrett Wilson there, but this is a rare occasion where I could do an Arizona stack, or a combo, and maybe possibly a stack later. We'll see how it falls. That's not one we're going to force, but we'll see if Kyler Murray ends up dropping a little bit or falls in the right spot. Kyron Williams, 3rd round. Rasheed Rice. I mean, you can't go wrong in the 3rd round. I've been saying this all along. The 3rd round, there's all great guys. Every pick it seems like almost any guy you pick in the 3rd round is gonna not disappoint, with the exception of missing time, of course. So Josh Allen, first quarterback off the board at pick 33. That's about the usual spot. Devontae Adams goes after that. Then we got Breece Hall. Coming at the 3-4 turn. We got Xavier Worthy and Mike Evans to go with Brian Thomas and CMC. CMC at the back end of round 1. I'm interested to see. Them back end teams are going to pop if CMC actually returns value there. Excuse me. Chase Brown at 39. McConkey, Adams, Brown. I like that start from the 10 spot. What was their first two? St. Brown, McConkey, Adams, Brown. Okay, it's a pretty good start. Lamar and Hurts go off. Stacking Jalen Hurts with AJ Brown, and got Rasheed and Genty. Let's see, we're on deck. Now we're up. Let's take a look. We're probably going to add another wide receiver, would be my guess. Well, Jaden Daniels is chilling there, too. We'll go Jaden Daniels. This is his best ball. We'll grab one of the he's got that rushing potential. His passing numbers are great. He looked real good in year one. I don't think we're gonna see C.J. Stroud like year two out of Jaden Daniels. I think he's the real deal. That team is solid. They added Debo, and his rushing upside is just what sets him apart. He's got that spike week potential for sure. So we'll use a premium. We'll use a 4th round pick on the premium quarterback since he kind of fell. Had J-Mo or Devonta Smith still been there, maybe I don't take Jaden Daniels. But I think after those two guys, the wide receivers dip a little. So wasn't going to force a wide receiver there. Let's see. Ted McMillan goes off at 50. Burrow gets picked at the 4-5 turn as usual to back with Chase. Now Laporta comes off the board, and it's my turn. I have the choices of Ube. Let's see, Odunze. I think I'm going to go with Odunze. I was looking at Waddle, too. Well, Waddle's not a bad pick there. Goes right after. So through 5, we got Jaden Daniels at quarterback, Bijan at running back, Marvin Harrison and Rome Odunze at wide receiver, and Trey McBride at tight end. So I did I kind of like it. Yeah, I did. Got the Arizona stack surrounded by Bijan, Jaden Daniels. I'm hoping Odunze takes a step forward this year. I don't know why. I will say this about the Bears after, with them drafting a wide receiver. I kind of have a feeling that they've been behind the scenes shopping DJ Moore, and we don't know about it, or maybe some people do know about it. Has it been a rumor? I'm not sure if it's been a rumor or not, but I could totally see them trading DJ Moore. Maybe even getting a running back in return, or who knows what they get in return. I could just see it happen. So I think Odunze, if that happens, Odunze is probably gonna take a pretty good leap in year 2. I mean, I think he takes another step forward regardless, but I feel like that may happen. That could happen. DJ Moore on the move. Trevion Henderson goes at 58. Love that pick for the Pats. Everybody knows I'm a Patriots fan, and I couldn't be any more happier. I didn't see it coming. I was kind of, I wasn't loaded with Ramondre, but I wasn't fading him like a lot of people were fading him, and those people were right because they ended up taking a real good running back. And now Ramondre is probably they're probably going to be another one that could be traded, possibly. Who knows? I don't think, I'm so big on Trevion that even I think that Ramondre is pretty much nuked. I mean, as far as fantasy football goes, he could there's still a lot of things he does well on the field outside of, not handling the ball being one of them. And, without the ball in his hands, he's pretty good. He's a decent blocker, pass blocker. He can pick up blitzes. So who knows, but his fantasy value is toast. We're in the middle of round 6. We got 2 wide receivers, a tight end, a running back, and a QB. And there's a few good wide receivers down here. There goes Addison. I was looking at him. Judy goes. And let's see. Are we on the clock? We are not on the clock. Wood Doggy is on the clock. Pearsall he goes. Yeah, why not? Add another Cardinal. Let's get silly with it. Did Shakir just get picked? No. That was Pickens. Pickens, Harvey. We're at the 6-7 turn. Harvey goes in the 6th round. Wow. Guess he moved up some. Judkins, another great landing spot for running back. That's a pretty good pick. Judkins and Golden. Judy comes off the board. We're on deck. Goes Mahomes. I'm going to do Shakir. Bet y'all thought I was going to do Kyler Murray there. Nah. Passing on that. Not going to force the stack. Not forcing the stack. Caleb Johnson, 78th. 7th round. Let's see. There goes Jaden Reed. Am Carter, 1983 on the clock. Diggs. There goes Diggs at 80. 7th round is kind of nice, too. There's some good picks in the 7th round. Shakir, Jacoby Myers, Caleb Johnson, Jaden Reed, Stephon Diggs. Guys that still have ceiling. Ibuka. Yeah, tough landing spot for him. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing how many rookies have been drafted behind 2 good wide receivers, like since JSN. You got Ibuka. It's just I feel like it happened with Dunze too. kind of puts a damper on their year one fantasy production. You'll get some flashes, but I don't know, unless it's I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with Jalen McMillan. They like that pickup confused me a lot, but I mean, I guess you take the best player on the board if they felt he was the best player on the board there. Or they're really preparing themselves for Evans and Godwin to fall off or take off or leave or at any point. Who knows? Maybe Tampa still intends on shopping Chris Godwin some more. I know that they were looking to trade him during free agency, and then they ended up not doing that. So, I mean, I heard they extended him. The Patriots, were involved. I know there was a couple of teams involved trying to get him. All right, let's see. What do we got going on here? Wow, Ayuk is still there. Ayuk, Pittman, Mooney, Jalen McMillan, Shaheed, Bateman. I'll go Ayuk. Get a fourth wide receiver. In this PPR, full PPR format, three wide receivers. You better have four decent ones, four good ones. Here we are, round 8. We got Jaden Daniels at quarterback, Bijan, James Conner at running back, Marvin Harrison, Odunze Shakir, Ayuk at wide receiver, McBride at tight end. Let's see. We have pick 100 and then 117. So, all right. Sorry about that. We were looking at the list. We had a pick coming up. Just want to plan accordingly before I start yapping about something again and I lose what I was trying to do. We're on deck. And we are looking at we're gonna do Rashid Shaheed. A little bit of a push up, but I wanted to grab a fifth wide receiver. And now we'll kind of work on the rest of our build. So, a lot of good running backs I like still, which is why we jumped on Shaheed. He's a great best ball guy to roster. He has those big plays, long touchdowns, and it's a shame his breakout season got cut short last year. And let's hope that it doesn't take him all season to get back to where he was. There goes Mark Andrews. We have Bo Nix and Justin Herbert in the 9th round. It's pretty good value on quarterbacks. Those are two good ones that you could wait on and grab in round 9. Bo Nix and Justin Herbert. Bo Nix actually fell further than usual. Nice pick. Where are we? Pick 106. Round 9. We're approaching the midway point. Think I'm only going to do one of these tonight. I don't know if I want to stay up and do 2 solo. Maybe if I had somebody with me, I would. But so this will be the only draft I'm doing tonight. And I know JC said he was in on one tomorrow night. I don't think we're going to be doing Monday mocks because of that. I mean, unless he wants to do both back to back. But I haven't seen him set up a link for the mock draft league on Sleeper yet either. So you could be looking at a draft as after dark tomorrow night on Monday. Tomorrow night, same time. Goff and May in round 10. Keon Coleman goes. There goes Scatterboo. I kind of like the landing spot. I'm big on. I like Tyrone Tracy too, but Scatterboo catches passes, and I think he can carve out a nice third down role and possibly goal line as well. There goes ETN. He was who we're going to pick, but now we're going to go with DeAndre Swift because I think he was, he survived the draft. So for now, like I said, Chicago might be trading, might still be trying to acquire a running back. There goes Tucker Kraft. What's out there? Ooh. Pacheco, Jordan Mason, little bit of a running back run there. Scatterboo, Ramondre, Brian Robinson, ETN, Swift, Tucker Kraft with a tight end in between, and then boom, right back to running back. Jordan Mason, Isaiah Pacheco. Round 10 is your running back run round. Tyler Warren goes 121. Yeah, I think I'm indifferent on his landing spot. I think I don't know. He should get volume there. But he's obviously he's going to be inconsistent. I think he has an inconsistent year 1, but he could have some spike weeks. There goes Bateman, and it's our turn again. And Njoku is still there. We can't pass on him. We're taking him. Even though we have McBride, I don't care. I don't really have an elite wide receiver. I got 2 wide receivers looking to take a step forward, and Marvin Harrison, Dunze. And then I got 2 kind of good floor players in Shakir and Ayuk, and the Shaheed, boom or bust. And so I don't mind adding Njoku, adding a second pretty good tight end to pair with McBride. When you have McBride, you can wait a little while and grab two of those nice late round tight ends that have a chance to fantasy relevancy one way or another, and you'll probably be all right. But with this particular build that I have, I don't mind the Njoku addition in round 11 at pick 124. He could possibly get me some flex weeks as well as the tight end. Goes Kincaid. Hollywood Brown. Another one of my favorite clicks around this time of the draft. It's a good pick, 128, round 11. Let's see. There goes Carendo. Let's see, how do we look at it? Hold on 1 second. God bless me. Excuse me, guys. Keenan Allen. Quentin Johnston. Ajay Spears go. So we're at pick 141. We're up in 5 picks. Hopefully the guy we got lined up is still there. Well, there's a couple of good guys still there, still available. Mike Fresh 711. I know who you should pick. I don't know if you're going to do it. You should do it. Do it. No, that's not who I was thinking you should have picked. I don't think I can pass on him if he's still there. Jerome Ford, and the guy is still there. I'm going to pick him. This is the guy he should have taken to pair with Justin Herbert. Trey Harris. I'll take him. Round 12, Trey Harris is going to be what, if he's going that late in redraft this year, I'm going to be drafting a lot of them. I suspect he will move up come August. He won't be no 12th round pick. Thielen. Ray Davis just went. God White goes. I'm going to grab Trey Benson because I have Connor. So why not handcuff him? That might be a good handcuff to have. Generally, I like to go for other people's handcuffs because otherwise they get tied. It's kind of like tying up a roster spot from scoring points. But in this case, I don't mind Benson. There wasn't, the options right now are all the same at running back, and I needed to add a fourth one regardless at this point in the draft, so I took him. Tootin, that's probably would have been the other one that I picked. He's got, I don't think he pops year one, but once ETN is out of the picture, he's pretty good. I saw Jagger May. I don't know if you guys know Jagger May, the Dynasty guy. he does fast draft as well. He's a fast draft lead analyst or whatever they call it. But he posted rookie draft, his first rookie draft Superflex, and he got at the 308. He got Tootin. That is excellent. It's an excellent pick, and that mid to late third round of a rookie draft. You might not get year one production out of him, but this is a great long term dynasty pick for mid third round, in my opinion. Great guy to target at that range of the rookie drafts. Let's see, what do we got here? Josh Palmer, Cedric Tillman. This guy double taps QB, Penix, and Matt Stafford. Of those is only two. No, he's got Baker Mayfield. Interesting. We are in round 14. Dobbs goes. Sam Donald. I feel like this draft is way longer than the $3 and $10 ones. People really take that much time to pick. I'll go Gino. Got to get a second quarterback. Not many starting quarterbacks left. Yeah, see, there's a lot of good tight ends left on the board, and unfortunately, I'm probably not going to pick any of them. Around 14, I might add one more, but geez. Let's see. Here goes Douglas. We need to get a running back. Need another running back. Take a shot on Besh. Skip the running back. We got Bijan, baby. Brenton Strange. That was one of the tight ends I was looking at. Obviously, we're not going to pick him. There's no use in picking that. A guy who may take advantage of his role when I already have two established good tight ends in McBride and Njoku, but that is otherwise a great pick in round 15, I think. He's a good weight on tight end. I think he survived the draft. And he's not bad for a starting tight end that late, especially in best ball when you don't have to play any matchups. Ollie Gordon in round 15. Let's see. Queue up a couple of guys here. I'm way down on the list. I think that's far enough down. You guys can see what I'm doing. I'm not like JC and just leave the draft board. You guys get to see on the screen exactly how I navigate my way through the draft room. Probably giving you too much information, but hey. Derek, thanks for joining, man. Just seeing that in the comments now. What's up? First time here in Dynasty. I upgraded Kincaid by trading my 103 and 2/4 for Laporta, Fields, and 402 in Superflex. Then traded Kincaid and Booty for Olave. Thoughts on those moves? Yeah. So going from Kincaid to Porter is a great upgrade. You sold the 103 and 2/4, and you got Fields. I'm down with the Fields buy. I like that, especially in Superflex. And then you traded Kincaid and Booty for Olave. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like them both. I can't say I hate either one of those. The 103, you're probably looking at Travis Hunter or Hampton, right? Those are like the prime 103 guys. Let's see. I'm gonna do Rico Dowdle. Yeah. Who's winning the draft? I don't know. I got an Arizona stack going though, Jay-Z. With Arizona stack with no Kyler Murray. I got James Conner, Trey Benson, Marvin Harrison, and Trey McBride. And no, I'm not adding Michael Wilson later. That would be too many. Dowdle, Dobbins. Appreciate everybody tuning in. This week on Thursday, check down, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Guys might want to tune in. We got John Lobb coming back on. We had him on earlier this year, evaluating his rookies. Now we got him on right after the draft, and we're going to talk landing spots. He's going to have his rankings. You guys know John Lobb. He's an animal. He's beast. He's going to be. We're probably going to go over an hour. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be no pitch count for sure. And I'm looking forward to that episode. It'll be me, Rick, Bruce Wellis, the co-host Rick, and John Love. Can't wait. Looking forward to it. 7 p.m. Eastern time. Right here on the Sports Affiliation YouTube channel. We're into the round 17 here. And I'm going to add some running back depth, I think. We'll give it away. I'm only a couple spots away with some flyers that are deep down on the list. Because I'm buying in on the Chicago backfield for now, so I'm going to take Rashawn here to pair with DeAndre Swift. I got them both. Who knows if they acquire another running back via a trade? Excuse me, or not. But if not, I kind of like that I got Rashawn for basically free and have two pieces of the Chicago Bears backfield in best ball formation. I mean, and I think that they both could have a role if that's the case. Rashawn is obviously will be like the Thunder, and DeAndre Swift would be the Lightning. Like they would each have their own roles. Nobody's getting tons of volume, but someone's got to run other than Caleb Williams. So which by the way, I do think that his rushing ability, Caleb Williams, that is, his rushing, what he brings to the table for rushing is being underestimated when it comes to fantasy football. Those yards that he piles on yards in chunks, they add up. I had him last year in Scott Fish Bowl. If it wasn't for the Russian yards, he would have been really, really terrible with that scoring system. But the Russian yards saved them. Kind of like a unnoticed built-in pad to his ceiling. We got, and coming up to round 18. How many wide receivers do I have? We got to look at the build real quick. We got 2 quarterbacks, 6 running backs, 7 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 2 good tight ends, and 3 picks remaining. Okay. We have some guys queued up. Let's take a look at the wide receiver pool, see if anybody's worth anything here. Oof. Yeah, wide receiver's pretty dried up at this point. I don't even like any dots. There's not even a dot. I don't even consider any of those people worth picking right now, I think. Let's see. Blue, Ekla, and let's take a look in the queue. We have McLaughlin and Trevor Etienne. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do Trevor Etienne. Carolina went out and added 2 running backs. Kind of worries me. I'm kind of worried about Chuba, not going to lie. When they signed Rico Dowdle, I already thought that they definitely have a role in plans for him. And then they drafted Trevor Etienne. So we do know that it's a long season, and you want to have as many guys that are free this late, running backs that are free this late usually need things to happen for them to get an opportunity. We took Rico Dowdle, so God forbid something happened to Chuba, we have the next 2 running backs up in Carolina together. And they'll likely probably share time if Chuba would have missed. So I don't mind the pick this late. I'm trying to make it make sense with my build. And now we will take Mason Taylor, 3rd tight end. I talked about how I really like his landing spot, and I was already big on him coming into the rookie draft, coming into the NFL draft, and he landed on a team where he has a pretty good chance at getting some targets. The New York Jets. He's there with Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall. Justin Fields is the quarterback. I can't even think of any other wide receivers that are like, who else is on that team? Corley? I don't know. I'll have to. I definitely, they needed a tight end too. So I like his chances of getting good targets here in year 1 immediately as a rookie tight end. And now we're approaching the last round of the best ball draft. I usually like to mix in some guys that go undrafted for uniqueness. Maybe, guys that complete a stack, like a Michael Wilson type wide receiver. Even though I said I wasn't going to pick him, but he would be a candidate in this situation. Maybe like if you had Drake May, Kayshon Boutte is one, even Austin Hooper. Because if Hunter Henry missed time, Austin Hooper is money. I can tell you that right now. Him and Drake May built a great chemistry as the season was coming to a close last year, and I think that's going to carry over. And Hunter Henry is obviously the main guy there, but I don't think you're going to see the type of I don't think you're going to see the dominance in targets with from Hunter Henry with Stephon Diggs in the picture. So tight end is kind of up in the air, in my opinion, for New England right now. And if it's going to be that, give me the guy that you can get for free or that you can pick up off of waivers. Low key guy that's not going to cost you what Hunter Henry's going in somewhere closer to the round 10 would be my guess, like round 10 to round 13, not round 20 as a flyer. I mean, I know you can't pick up free agents in these best ball drafts, but he could be a waiver wire charm this year. Austin Hooper, tight end, New England Patriots. Keep an eye on him. Don't forget about him. Let's see. And the guy I'm going to mix in here in round 20, if he's still there, I'm on deck right now, is a running back. I think he kind of low-key, I don't want to say he won in the draft because, his team did draft a running back, and that guy was drafted in this best ball draft in round 7. However, I do think that this guy, if the rookie doesn't produce, I think this guy could benefit, and that's Jaleel McLaughlin from Denver. So there we go. We wrap up our draft with the 2873 build. We got Jaden Daniels, Geno Smith. That's it. Going 2 quarterbacks, cold turkey. Jaden Daniels, Geno Smith at quarterback. Our running backs are Bijan, James Conner, DeAndre Swift, Trey Benson, Rico Dowdle, Roshan Johnson, Trevor Etienne, Jaleel McLaughlin. We ended up with 8 running backs. Wide receivers go Marvin Harrison, Rome Odunze, Khalil Shakir, Brandon Ayuk, Rashid Shaheed, Trey Harris, and Jack Besh. So we got 2 rookie wide receivers mixed in this build. Tight ends, we got 3 good ones, in my opinion. We got Trey McBride, David Njoku. Njoku can give us flex weeks here and there, but for sure, with this wide receiver build, I kind of like it. Makes sense. And then Mason Taylor, we talked about earlier. So overall, I dig it. It's not the best Bijan team I've done. I've got a lot of Bijan teams in the $3 and $10 one that come out a little bit better, but that's the nature of the draft, and perhaps the $20 buy-in. People draft a little bit better and not so much reckless or trying to do some crazy stacks. They take it a little bit more serious, possibly. But anyways, that's it. The draft is completed. Let me see. I'm gonna look and see if I see a couple of teams. See who had the best draft there. Let me look at Jamar Chase team. Burrow, Judkins, Pacheco, Sutton, McLaurin, Chase, Golden, Kirk. Warren got it. Yeah, I don't like the tight ends. Let's see that McCaffrey back end team. McCaffrey, he went true hero at McCaffrey too. McCaffrey, Brian Thomas, Mike Evans, Xavier Worthy, Chris Olave, Travis Hunter. So we got the Hunter B. Brian Thomas. You got Baker Mayfield at quarterback with Penix and Stafford. It's got Najee McCaffrey, Tajay Spears, Tyler Algier, Blake Corum, Marshawn Lloyd, Elijah Mitchell at running back. Those running backs are could be a little fragile, but the rest of that build's pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. Got great wide receivers. He's got a good floor tight end in Kelsey, Otton, Higby. Yeah, he's got all guys that could that are going to get you around 10 points with not a zero for a floor. So that's not bad. Snipe Hunter. Got St. Brown, McConkey, Adams, then Chase Brown, Henderson, then 3 more wide receivers. I think you could have mixed in a running back or two in between there. I see David Montgomery. I see Pollard. Not sure which way that was, but yeah, you could have went Pollard. You could have. I don't know. I don't necessarily would agree with a Najee pick at this point, but I think that's going to be a true split backfield in the with the Chargers. That's it. I don't see really any team stick it out. This was kind of a tough draft all around. Everybody took their time, made picks. Kind of seemed like the longest draft as best ball I've ever been a part of, but we got the first one out of the way. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Me and JC will be on. We'll try to muster up another guest. Who knows? We'll do our best. Anybody wants to join, just let us know. Hit us up in the DM, me or JC, at JC Money Design, and at Points by Ann Carlton. My name's right there and below my square. And I'm going to get out of here. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Action Kev wants to do another one. I'm not going to do another one tonight, man. We'll do two tomorrow night. I can guarantee you that. I don't feel like blabbering into the abyss. Not really the abyss, but I'm by myself, so one draft is enough. We'll do another one tomorrow night. So appreciate you joining in. Hit the like button, subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed to the Sports Affiliation. We're doing great things this year. Can't wait until as the off season and draft season evolves, and hope you guys still keep tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good night, Kev. All right, guys. Thank you. Later.